Hey, good evening, VV Nation. Ryan here. I'm filling in for Glenn on this Monday market update here. Now, let's see here. We got the homepage right behind us. We can see the color guard is neutral. We got yellow lights across the board right now. We're just waiting on the alert to come through. Just wait everyone for one to come into the live stream here. Make sure, type a 1 if you can hear us. Can everybody hear and see us here? All right. Looks like everyone can hear us. Perfect. Let's get started. We see the major indices are up today. We got some big headlines in the news today. We got the NVIDIA event. I'm sure everyone's keeping their eyes out, listening. It was a 4-day event for the GTC conference here. Let's see, Akshaya, what are you trading now? Well, Akshaya, if you saw my short this morning, you can see I'm a little bullish on oil this morning. But look at the tech, big tech, a lot of big names here. Joey is with me. He's behind the scenes right now. He'll be make sure we have a smooth operation here. Like I said, this is my first live stream, especially without Glenn. So it'll be me and Joey running the show today. Glenn will be back tomorrow, everybody, just to let you know. Let's see, let me minimize this here. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's jump right into it. We're gonna go to the viewers tab here. All right, we've got the major indices. You can see, look, the Qs are up today, over a 1%. They're the big leader today. We've got the S&P up almost 1%. Even the Dow Jones up just 0.5% here. Now, volatility is on the retracement once again. You can see it down about 0.25%. The Russell, you can see the smaller mid-cap companies here, they're losing steam today with the IWM down just about 1/3%. However, the VectorVest composite, or VVC, did finish to the upside. We're up about 0.21%. So you see the major indices, the big tech names, they're definitely leading the charge today. The smaller and lower mid caps having a rougher time. Let's see, you're very good. Like the weekend video. Yeah, Glenn put out a great video Friday. SMCI getting smacked. We'll have to take a look at SMCI, Mark. I haven't taken a look at it yet today. So before we begin, let's just go into the big news stocks here. All right, we've got NVIDIA, Google, Apple, and Tesla. So I'm going to go into the headlines here. All right. So like I was saying, we've got NVIDIA's big showcase event here. NVIDIA, a lot of the semiconductors are rallying today. Now, this event, it's a developers event. From what I hear, I've done a little bit of research on it. There's thousands of developers coming in here, and they are actually going to be releasing details on their next generation B100, titled the Blackwell chip. So a lot of big insight going on here. Why is SMCI going down after it went up this morning? Amir, that might have to do with the NVIDIA event itself, depending on what details are coming out of that event this morning. Like I said, it's for the next 4 days. They're going to have a lot of other companies represented here. I mean, Google, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA. So we'll see how this event shows up, how it plays out with some of the biggest thing you're really going to look for is, what companies are going to have big partnerships with NVIDIA going forward. I imagine, any kind of news that sheds light on some of these other companies that can gain some momentum off NVIDIA. Definitely take a look at that. But it's going on the next 4 days. So, probably by the end of the week, I'm thinking about doing a video. Actually, you know what? Put a 1 in the chat if you think me or Glenn should do a video on kind of recapping this event later in the week. Ryan makes this much easier. But yeah, like I said, put a 1 if that's something that you're interested in, and me and Glenn could definitely follow up on that. Like I said, it's too early right now. It's a 4-day event, so I don't want to speculate all what's going to be said. But me personally, I'm looking for small companies that are getting mentioned in this event, so that way, they can gain some of that momentum of NVIDIA. Let's be honest, if NVIDIA mentions you and you're a small company, more than likely you're probably going to take off, right? Any kind of partnership. So yeah, when Glenn gets back in town, he'll be back tomorrow, actually. We're getting overwhelming ones here, so I will definitely pass that message to Glenn. I'm thinking either maybe a Thursday or Friday video. We'll do a recap in that. Yeah, Michelle says TSM. Yeah, Taiwan Semiconductors. Obviously they're going to be mentioned in that event. I'm looking at AMD. Obviously, that is one of their biggest competitors. So that's probably going to be mentioned in the event, or at least the that next generation chip, that B100. From what I hear, the B100 is supposed to be twice as efficient as the H200 or H2 chip, but only about 30% more. So it is more expensive, but you're getting a much bigger bang for your buck. So we'll see. If NVIDIA can release some things, some items that can continue this momentum to the upside. Does NVIDIA do this event every year? I'm not. You should put a list of companies on your screen that are going to be mentioned at which show a lot of attraction. I don't know if I'd imagine NVIDIA does an event like this annually, but I don't know if this is their annual event. Does anyone in the chat box know? GCT getting hit. Bitcoin, I could definitely see that here. We got Janice here. Hit the like button for Ryan stepping in for the big man. Yes. Thank you, Janice, for that. Now, next on the news here, we got Tesla. Tesla, I saw up this morning almost 10%. I know if Glenn was here, he would definitely be doing a story on this. So I had to do it in his honor. Now, why is Tesla rising in price? Well, you can see the headline right here. 2024 earnings estimates keep coming down. The EV giant is now hiking vehicle prices. That is correct. The Model Y prices starting April 1st will increase. Glenn's been covering it quite a bit. This company has been essentially, a price war with China, some of the Chinese EV makers, but it sounds like that might be coming to an end here with this headline, as they announce a price hike in some of their vehicles. Can you imagine Glenn's reaction if Ryan broke the like record? Let's do it. Yeah, let's break the like record just to put it to Glenn for his birthday, right? Jazz, time to buy Tesla. Glenn did a great video on Tesla, about buying the bottom or buying the dip. Jazz, I will say, them finally in the position to start hiking prices now, and we see the the sentiment in the stock today up almost 10%. Let's take a look at it, but it might not be a bad play. When we get to your stocks, let's add Tesla to the list here, because I think Tesla is definitely going to be on everybody's radar. What does the chart show? Yeah, we'll take a look at the chart here in just a moment when we get to all stocks. Sold Tesla puts on Friday. Well, Michael, you sold them just in time for today's headline, because you probably would have taken a loss on some of those puts from Friday. What about European semi stocks like Novo Nordisk, BE Semi, ASML? ASML is the big player, Tabula. ASML is the big player. I mean, they are the ones who supply, the lithography machines to Taiwan Semiconductors. So of those, I'm definitely the ASML fan of those three companies. Now let's see here. This is the last news line, and these are all Magnificent Seven stocks related here. You see, look at this. Google up 7%. Big news on Google today. Report that Apple is in talks to license Gemini AI for phones. If you're not familiar with what Gemini is essentially Google's Chat GPT. It's generative AI, text-based, picture-based, video-based. They're expanding it across all platforms here. But that's huge for Apple to want to subcontract, Google's AI project for their new phones, or at least, rumors of this. I mean, that's a big move, 7% one day. So you're seeing a lot of big news coming out with the Magnificent Seven here. We've got NVIDIA's GCT conference. We've got, Google's partnership with Apple up 7%. Tesla, hiking the prices of their cars up almost 10%. So you could see why, the market's on a tear today, even though that the Federal Reserve does make their interest rate decision Wednesday, which we all pretty much know the decision. No hike rate there. But definitely want to get some, insight on if potential interest rate cuts can be made. I think that's really where we're going to see if the Federal Reserve is going to be hawkish or dovish. See here, how much can we expect from Tesla end of April? $200. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, if it can gain a little bit of momentum. We have to take a look at the chart, see where some levels of resistance come in. But off this news here, and as long as the Fed isn't too hawkish, I think Tesla could have a nice little run here. But again, the Fed, they can always ruin it. They'll be the first ones to ruin a good time. Has Google gotten the bugs out of Gemini AI? And that's a good question, because was it last week or the week before that they just had some problems with Gemini? And now this weekend, they're announcing this partnership with Apple, or license it to Apple. AI is big blunder. Chat GPT and robotics is different than an AI. Yeah, I mean, there's different types of AI, for sure. Let's see, the Chat GPT. Oh, let's see here. Made a quick 57%. Oh, SMCI. Yeah, another SMCI comment here. We're going to have to take a look at these. Let's go back to the software here. All right, so these are the big news stocks, all Magnificent 7. You heard what I had to say here. All up today. Look at this. Tesla up. Now, it did lose some gains here. It's up almost 6% now. We still have the sell rating on it, so just be careful. Still in a strong downtrend. So your NVIDIA, Google, fundamentally sound. Price trend in our favor. Buy ratings. Apple, pretty decent. RVs at 1. Hold rating. So you can see here, NVIDIA and Google definitely, if you're going to pick the 4 stocks. Tesla being the more, the riskier move. We'll take a look at the chart here. But definitely could probably get a couple extra points to the upside here as long as Tesla, as long as the market doesn't get a curveball from, the Federal Reserve. I think we look good here. Hopefully we got a good little bounce. We'll see some follow through tomorrow. We got earnings this week. Before we get to your stocks. So these are the stocks that are reporting earnings this week. We've got Lululemon, Accenture, KB Home, Five Below, Micron, Academy Sports, Astronova, Nike, Tencent, BioNTech, Xpeng, Chewy. So we've got a wide variety of stocks. These are the biggest names I could find reporting this week. Now Lululemon's here coming in at the top of the list. We have a VST rating at 1.25. Of all of these earnings this week, only 3 of these stocks have a buy here, being Accenture, KB Home, and Five Below. And let's take a look at the growth rate earnings here. Now, the top of the list here is actually going to be Chewy. Interesting. And it's a sell recommendation. Maybe we get a curveball with Chewy. It could potentially beat earnings here, but it's in a strong downtrend right now. The worst on the earnings list, we have BioNTech or BNTX here with a negative 11% growth rate in earnings. So this is the list of stocks that are reporting earnings this week here. Of these, we do have a semiconductor, Micron Tech. So hopefully this NVIDIA event will, gain some momentum here to Micron. You see it's up, 2% right now. And look, EV maker, Xpeng, Inc. here up 2.5%. If I had to guess, probably some of that momentum from Tesla and the news that they're raising their prices here. So that's just in time. I think Xpeng is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken here. Other than that, the big loser today right now down is KB Home's down just over 1% here, 1.15%. Now if we take a look at KB Homes here, fundamentally mixed. RVs below 1 at 0.83. Relative safety comes in sound at 1.43. Relative timing 1.22. So it is an uptrend right now. We got the buy rating here. So this stock looks good. It's just down today. That is the biggest loser today. It's reporting Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. So now let's go to the industries. Oh, there we go. Industry ETFs. So let's see where the money is going here. I know Glenn does this every Monday. All right. Scroll this over to the right. So we've got coppers at the top of the list here with the RT rating at 1.31. Now just behind that we have XLC. And look at USO, oil. I've been talking about oil. I did it last week. I did a short again this week. Brent being above $85. That was one of my confirmation levels from that video here. So it looks good as far as oil. We got materials up. We got SBI is also up almost 1%. US Brent oil. So this is what I was talking about. It's up 1.5% here. And we have the QQQs up. So as far as down, we've got energy. We see money leaving energy here. Consumer staples, healthcare, gold miners index, the GDX, gold share. Gold is down today, it looks like. Look at this. Regional banks also down. Uranium is up too. So we got natural gas, uranium, lithium making a move to the upside. So it looks pretty mixed here, but you can see the money definitely going into, looks like uranium, oil itself, and copper at the top of the list here. So you can see where the winners and losers are. Real estate taking a hit today, which we saw that in KB Homes just a moment ago, down just over 1%. The Spider ETF here, XLRE, down just about 0.25% here. Regional banks down. So you can see where it's going. Boyle, natural gas is onto the upside right now, 1.5%. So pretty mixed right now, but you definitely see the momentum's in the oil space itself. So I gotta like that. Now here we got the Contra ETFs. Oh, we got Glenn. Is that Glenn in the house? Let's highlight. There's Glenn. Everybody say happy birthday, Glenn. Hopefully he's enjoying his trip. All right. Oh, yes, he is. Glad to hear it. All right. Now, so we got the Contra ETFs here in the list. So as far as Glenn here, we've got TSLQ. Now, Glenn, I don't know if you've been watching this, but Tesla announced a price hike on their Model Y cars, and the stock is up quite a bit here. So I don't know if you're still holding that Tesla short ETF, but you may want to reevaluate that while you're on your vacation, buddy. It's down 5% right now. We're seeing that momentum in Tesla to the upside right now. Now we've got SVIX. So this is shorting the VIX here, right? So if we're shorting the VIX, the volatility is decreasing, which we see here. So that's why it's up 2%. We've got shorting the Russell here. That is also up. Now, everything else is down as far as the Contra ETFs, real estate, short down, SDAL is down, HIBS is down, regional banks is down, volatility, webs, it's all down here, Contra ETFs. The only Contras that are up right now is shorting the VIX and shorting the Russell. Nat says, eat healthy on vacation, Glenn. Here, let me highlight this one for you. Time to eat healthy, bud. All right. Now, hopefully, Glenn, you made it to the beach. It's been a beautiful week here in Charlotte, so I can only imagine the Outer Banks probably just as gorgeous here. So, yeah, those are the Contra ETFs. Obviously, they're not doing so well. The only Contra ETF that's, doing anything good right now is definitely shorting the VIX here. Other than that, you could see TSLQ taking the biggest hit today, or one of the biggest hits, because Tesla's up quite a bit here. Is it true that Ryan is looking at one stock per each year of Glenn's life? That's 57, right? Oh, man. Oh, Janice, we're going to be here a while. Whew, I don't know about that. That's a whole lot of stocks. 1 year for, or one stock for each year of Glenn's life. We'll be here all day. All right. So from here, we're actually going to get into y'all's picks. Let's see here. We got to get the list together. All right. Go ahead and start typing in symbols. I can make the watch list here. We got MSTR. ONOT. JXN. ING, SoFi, NVDL. All right, let's see here. How many do we have here? Joey, how many likes do we got?
65.
All right.
Let me put this back real quick. Okay.
So as Glenn does it, we're going to do, let's see here. We've got.
I need that OBS background. Did it close? Okay. Just give me a second.
Yep. Just waiting on Joey here. Let's see.
You'll see the lights right here.
All right. So we've got 12. Let's do 3 more here. We got PCAR, MGDL. No. Oh. SMH. That's a semiconductor as well. And PFE for Pfizer. All right, see here, PFE. All right, so before we jump into these, let's just go to the market timing graph, see what the VectorVest composite's doing intraday here. All right, there's our big gap up this morning. Looks like we closed the gap. Oh, yeah, look at that. Nice gap close. And from there, you can see the market. You know, I love me a good gap close for a day trade here. We got the gap up, filled the gap here. Once we were able to fill the gap, you see that downward trend line broken and the bulls off to the races from here. Even the last 20 minutes here, looks like the bulls still trying to take charge. All of our market timing indicators are trending higher this morning, so that's a good sign. But yeah, nice gap fill here. So yeah, I'm looking pretty bullish for the day. I think we'll finish out pretty strong today. I think more volatility, more indecision will come tomorrow, right before the Fed. But I think everyone's still hyped up on AI and the NVIDIA event, so I don't see any major bearish issues today. So let's go here. We got viewers tab. Let's graph all of these guys. We'll do 3 months. All right, here we've got SMCI. Oh yeah, just broke this level of support here at 1014. We're trading at 978 here. You can see Glenn's hard line in the sand. Mine was just right below. I think mine was like 812. Glenn's got 824 here. But that's still a lot of room to give up. I mean, look at the company here. But that's another $170 per share, $160 per share here. So SMCI looking like it's in the hot seat here. Definitely once it broke this level of support. You even see the 5-day moving average of RT just crossed below the 40-day. So we lost trigger here. Looks like MACD starting to converge closer to each other. Let's zoom into a 1-month time span. Yeah, we just broke out to the bottom of the support zone too. If I do a horizontal line. Yeah, about there. Yeah, we're sitting right at the bottom of that support zone. So if it breaks much lower than this, I can definitely see downside potential. We have a gap to fill here as well. That gap comes into 935. So yeah, much lower than this 973 here. I would be getting ready to take some profits. Just because, you broke this level of support here. We lost trigger. So yeah, just be careful of that SMCI. See why everyone's typing it in now. The open this morning was $1,105. Now it's trading at $975. So quite a bit of selling pressure here. It's made some volatile moves recently, like back here. So just be careful. You just got to ask yourself, your risk to reward tolerance. But me personally, seeing it break this support zone here, much lower than that, I would definitely be focused on taking profits. Here we've got Hartford Financial. That doesn't get any smoother. Lower left, upper right. Looks like we have consolidation here over the last 4 days. You see the prior high coming in. Let's go to 1 month. The prior high is right here. $104 or $100.04. I'd like to see it break that prior high before getting back into it. But I mean, nice bullish candlestick today. Got trend, got trigger according to the near perfect indicator here. MACD's in our favor. So yeah, this looks good. I mean, this is a beautiful looking chart here. All right, here we've got AMD. We see Glenn's got all kinds of lines on this chart here. So let's see. Yep, looks like it found its level support. That's a level of support that I've been looking for quite a bit here. I even said Friday. Looks like we could have potentially had a bullish engulfing candlestick, which we were close. We failed to do so. We see that upper wick there. It tried to do it, but just didn't quite get the price pressure to the upside that we were looking for. However, today looks like we could have another positive day here with AMD at 192 right now, so that's good. The only thing here, we did lose trigger. Was this back on the 12th of March? So we see price action on the downside. So yeah, I wouldn't be in a rush to buy it right now. But as far as selling or taking profits, I'm not in a rush either. But definitely if we get back into this consolidation zone here between these, between those 182 and 162 level, just be careful of that, because that means we're definitely losing some momentum. MACD line has crossed below the signal line here. It looks like histogram bar slightly negative, so just be careful with AMD. Again, a lot of these semiconductor stocks have been moving up, up, and up, so just be careful there. But we can see the trend still in our favor here overall, so it looks good. Caterpillar, beautiful chart here. Look at this. Just hit a new high. The stock just got out of its way as well. Broke this level of support, becoming level of resistance. Or sorry, broke this resistance, becoming level of support. Trend is in our favor. You see trigger. We actually just lost trigger here. I'm surprised. Just hit a new high. We see some of that momentum maybe waning here. But otherwise, I like what I see here. MACD in our favor. Gotta like Caterpillar. ELF. ELF is channeling here. Right? We talked about this before. I'm waiting for a breakout on the channel. See exactly where we're getting direction here. We're not getting clear direction at this time. You know, pretty tight trading range here. So 211 on the upside, 192 on the downside. That's the breakout I'm looking for. You know, we've got the trend here is in our favor. Trigger looks like it wants to get some trigger. We see the 5-day converging to that 40-day. However, MACD is giving us opposite signals here. So again, with this tight trading range, I'd wait for a breakout. If you're holding this position, wait on the breakout as well. You know, if it breaks out to the downside, you're probably going to start protecting profits. If it breaks out to the upside, you know, move your stop accordingly. But other than that, I mean, we don't have trigger and we're losing MACD favor. So yeah, I'm waiting on the breakout there. No reason to rush that. Let the trade come to you. Here we've got NVDL. This is 2 times leverage. NVIDIA shares here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice big upward move here. The high comes in at 49.20. That's a pretty big high here. We're seeing a lot of tight consolidation. Now with today's price action, it did gap up to the upside. However, it is coming down. So just be careful of that. We got strong volume though the last 4 days. So, I mean, I like NVIDIA here, but not with today's candlestick. We got an upper wick here, and we're trading lower than the open. So, we're seeing that momentum loss. Here we got Picard Inc. Nice lower left to upper right. Got a new high today. Look at that. Almost 120 bucks here. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better price action here. Hickey says cannabis is performing pretty well. I'm not surprised by that. With elections, you know, cannabis always does good near election times. You know, it's on that matters on the ballots quite a bit. So normally, right before elections, cannabis likes to take off. Sold a bunch of diagonals this morning with SPX, up over 50 points. There you go, John. Now, as far as Picard, we got trend, we've got trigger, we got strong volume yesterday. MACD's in our favor. So yeah, everything looks good here with Picard. Now we got SMH. Here's Van X Semiconductor Fund. You can see the semis gapped open higher. However, they are giving some of that leeway up. Now the high comes in here at 239. The next level of support is not a little bit further down here at 195. So it's got room on both sides of support and resistance. Now, as far as trend, we do have trend in our favor here with the stop prices currently. I mean, they're still on the rise, so trend is rising. However, look at trigger. You can see that 5-day RT just crossed below at 20 days. So we are seeing some weakness here in the semiconductors over the last few trading sessions. Even the MACD converging closer and the histogram bars losing. So yeah, that would definitely be a good move here. As far as semiconductors, we're starting to see some weakness in that. So like I said, just keep an eye as far as the NVIDIA conference and the Federal Reserve. That could definitely ruin the semiconductor rally, which I have a feeling would have broader effects on the overall market rally. Let's see here. We've got Altria Group here. This is a tobacco company. Look at that nice bullish candlestick today, forming the new high. This looks good. We got trigger. We've got trend. Big volume the last few days. MACD's in our favor. Histogram bars are rising. So this is a nice momentum play here to the upside. Just make sure if you're going to enter this position, take out the prior high. Now, once we take out that prior high, that would give us confirmation of momentum to the upside. And, the volume, it's hard to tell right now because the volume, the day just started here. But I would want to see at least a volume bar this high, just showing more conviction to the upside. Definitely want to see volume tapering off at these new high levels. That would indicate some weakness in that market movement or that stock movement. Here we've got Jackson Financial here. Look at this big consolidation pattern here. We got a nice big channel between the 47.90 and 53.50 level. Broke out to the upside of this level here. Broke out to the upside. Touched the top of the zone here several times on these three candlesticks, finding support. And the rally continues here. We're seeing another bullish candlestick today. So, see here, yesterday was the high at 62.88. I'd give up that 88 cents, get a new high, just confirm momentum to the upside. So you see my entry point here. It's about 88 cents higher than where it is right now. We do have trigger. RT just crossed above that 5-day. Or sorry, the 5-day RT just crossed above the 40 a few days ago. And we do have trend in our favor, so that looks good. Here we've got Kava Group here. It's a food restaurant. I mean, look at that chart. That's about as nice as you're going to get as a chart here. Lower left to upper right. Even today, we got a bottom wick here showing some buying pressure coming in. Now, again, the high is as of recent. We see the high sitting at 67.79. So that would be my entry point here. About $5 off from where we're at right now. We're just under $63. I give up that $5 just to make sure we got momentum here. Now we've got trend. You can see the blue and red line. They're both moving up here, so that's a good sign. The only thing I'm worried about, if you see the trigger here, we're starting to lose trigger a little bit. That 5 days converging closer to that 40-day moving average of RT. So you just want to keep mind of that we are starting to see a little bit of weakness here and that momentum to the upside. As far as volume, the volume's kind of picked up here over the last several weeks. Since looks like the third week of February here on the February 21st. Up until today, we see pretty strong volume compared to where it was. So I do like that uptick in volume here. As soon as we broke out to the upside of that, as soon as we found level support here and broke out to the upside, we are seeing that volume increase. So that's a good sign. All right, so here's MSTR. There was a lot of talks about MSTR in the chat section this morning. Now, if we see here a huge move to the upside here, it was about $700. Now it's at $1,500 just in the last few weeks here. This is MicroStrategy software business here. Let's put this on a 1-year chart. Yeah, it's 1-year low. Oh. 1 year low, $230. Who's been holding this? Who's been holding MSTR? Because I mean, this is up 500-600% since then. I mean, this has been a huge mover to the upside. So if you're still in this position, I mean, look at, if we go to the last 6 months here, you see since about October 25th, when price was about $433, the MPI went in our favor here. We got trigger, we got trend. A little bit of the pullback here. However, since then, we got trigger and trend when price was around $700. Now it's at $1,500. So that shows you the power of our NPI right there. Believer says, I got monster. Just be careful. This is a huge move to the upside. Don't want to lose those profits. Now, as far as today, we are seeing a pretty bad day here. Just looking at the candlesticks, if we did get a big move to the downside, I'd like to see support right around this 1340, 1345 level here, somewhere in this zone. I'd like to see price, find a level support here. If it breaks that by much further, I could definitely see some more downside action here. But this is a huge mover to the upside. It looks good right now. Not necessarily in a panic to sell. If you are looking to take profit sooner, if you see, look at yesterday's low here, 1570. If we eclipse yesterday's low, that would be a pretty big warning sign here, especially this bottom wick here. What is that low? 1550. Yeah, that's going to be my first warning level right there, 1550. If we break that 1550, I could see it going down here to about 1345. All right, here we've got Pfizer. Let's take a look at Pfizer here over the last 6 months. Pfizer not doing too well. Actually, this might be a good bottom fishing strategy. You see the stop moving averages and are moving against us here. But however, look at them now. The 5 is 26. 46. Yeah, the 5 is trying to get above it. It's pretty close. I mean, they're matched. So, I mean, we're looking at getting a potential crossover here. So, this could be a good bottom fishing strategy. We got trigger. Trigger came in. Now, just up to trend right now. So, we're just waiting on trend. MicroStrategy is a play on crypto. They have a lot of it. Oh, okay. I can see that. Crypto has definitely been a big mover. But as far as Pfizer, whoever gave this one, this might be a really good bottom fishing opportunity here. I mean, we just got trigger. Trend is really close to in our favor. If you take a look at MACD starting to move up. Histogram bars in our favor here. To really get some conviction to the upside, if we can get back above 28.79, break that level, and have the NPI on our side, I think this will be a good trade out. Whoever put up Pfizer here, good job, because I think this will be a golden gem here. I mean, if we take a look at last year, let's go back here. Yeah, Pfizer easily trading in the 50s before. However, now is at 27. Yeah, you might be able to get Pfizer on a pretty good discount here. So if you're looking to maybe even open up a long-term position in Pfizer, this might be a good one here to have. All right. Bottomed out Pfizer. Yeah, it looks like it's bottoming out, right? I like that. It looks like it's a double bottom here. You can see both touches on that double bottom. Trend is starting to turn around. Bottom fish ADM. Making big bet on college. All right, let's see here. We got SoFi. Let's take a look at SoFi here. SoFi all over the place over the last 6 months. I mean, I wouldn't touch this one unless you're, swing trading it potentially. But right now, I mean, it just broke this level of support here at 712. Looks like it's trying to find a bottom here, but not necessarily working out. The trigger not in our favor. MACD's not in our favor. Nothing's working out good here for SoFi. I'm not bullish by any means. And this chart, all over the place. I mean, this is not an easy chart to make money off of. Let's be honest. Here we got safety shot, food and beverage drink. Oh, looks like we might have a big mover here. If we zoom in, here's our level of resistance, 279. We're approaching it right now, 276. This might be a big mover right here. We see two big body candlesticks the last 2 days. Found this level of support at 181. Yeah, if we can break above this 279 level, you know, I'm thinking 281 to get confirmation. Or what is this level? Yeah, I'd go 281. Give it a couple cents higher than the resistance zone. And that would give us room to run to about 333 till we find a little bit more level of resistance. But yeah, no, this looks really good. Who gave us shot today? Now, this is a good play. I like this company. The chart looks good too. We see that it's had big pumps before. Looks like it might be setting up for a big pump right now. Anybody in the chat box who had this one? Who had shot? Can you tell me about Lithium America? Okay, let's see here. I know you guys added some more stocks. We got PanW, LAS, or sorry, LAC, NVIDIA. Shot makes a drink to lower alcohol level. Really? Mara. All right. Let's see here. All right. So here's PanW. Here's Palo Alto. Not much is going on with Palo Alto. Let's see here. It gapped down. Started to rally. We all know why. Was it? Hit a level of resistance here. Look, filled the gap, or tried to fill this gap here. Been on a pullback ever since. I'm a little bit hesitant of getting into this one here, especially with today's candlestick here. I see the open was at 285, the low's at 281 right now. Yeah, I'm not too bullish on Palo Alto. Not too bearish right now, but it's just kind of in a tight trading range. I know, was it Nancy Pelosi? You know, there was news saying she was buying Palo Alto right after the gap down. That's why it started rallying. And it's kind of tight trading right now. If you're in it, you know, what's his level you got here? 275. It's not a bad low. Yeah, if it breaks below 275 here, definitely be cautious. Otherwise, I don't want to see it break back above. Well, we'll do this prior high here. About 300 before I get too bullish in the matter. But right now, I mean, trend is not in our favor. Neither is trigger. Neither is MACD. So not going to be too bullish on this position right now. And when I did a video on this, you know, I didn't know, what was it? Nancy Pelosi was going to be, you know, buying this position. Because when I did the video on it, you know, I had it going down closer to like the 220s, 240s, just by looking at the chart. But luckily, Nancy Pelosi, that news came in, kind of helped stabilize the sell-off here. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but it's the platformization that they're rolling out that spooked investors. But, you know, Salesforce did the same thing. They platformed their services, and they've done great work with it. You know, this platformization, yeah, it hurts short term, but focuses on the long term. So that's why you see a lot of people, you know, freak out about it. But, you know, the dust is settled. The stock's kind of settled in right now. Like I said, if you're going to be bearish on this position, I'd wait for confirmation around 275. If you're going to be bullish, I'll wait for this prior high here around $300. Next, we got LAC, Lithium Americas here. Now, lithium's been under a lot of pressure over the last, 6 months now. I mean, the mining, the supply of lithium has increased. Deposits are being found everywhere. Now, as far as the demand, we've all seen EV demand kind of, you know, falter, you could say. I know the hybrids is becoming a lot more popular, but you can see the lithium price itself has just been, you know, dragging down. Lithium America, definitely feeling that pressure. But you may have showed us a hidden gem here, because look at this. The trend, as of today, NPI trend is now in our favor. So if you're thinking about bottom fishing on LAC or lithium, now might be the time. We got the trigger back here. We've had trigger. And look, trend just passed today. So just kind of like Pfizer, NPI is showing us that some bottom fishing opportunities might be presenting themselves. Wouldn't do it today just because we're on a down day right here. We're at a level of support at 580. Stocks trading at 583 right now. So I'm not going to promote buying it on a down day by any means. But you see the NPI chart. You see we just got trend as of today. Trigger we've had now for a couple weeks. MACD's in our favor. Volume starting to tick up as well. So a lot of positive things here. You know, even the sell rating, that sell rating was on their position for quite some time. However, you're seeing that's sell come to a hold. When was that? Yeah, back on the 28th, shortly after we got trigger. So yeah, definitely some positive things here. I'd keep this on your radar. You know, if we can get back above this level of support here, what is this? 619. If we can get back above 619, I'd be more optimistic. All right, so here we've got NVIDIA. NVIDIA gapped up today on the news conference here. The open was at 903. I don't know what's going on in this the news conference. You know, I'm doing the live stream here, but apparently investors, you know, not too excited. We're seeing price action. Where we're at now, 882. We see an upper wick here. So we'll see how it goes, but you know, pretty tight. We got 832 on the downside for support here, while the resistance comes in at 974. When was that support? So 832. So we're only $50 away. You know, was that about 5-6% from the support level here? So just keep an eye on that. We're seeing MACD converge closer to that signal line. Even RT relative timing, that 5-day starting to converge. So we're seeing that upside momentum starting to wane here. That's displayed in the histogram bars as well. So just be careful. You know, the market's pretty overextended right now. Not saying that it can't go any higher, but just, you know, be prepared. Now is a good time to be prepared. The biggest factor affecting will always be the price of the commodity. Yes, definitely. And then here's the last one here. We've got Mara on the top of the list here. Let's go back out to 6 months. Yeah, we're hitting a level of resistance here right around $20. Level support coming at $16.47 and $14.42. I mean, this stock has been very volatile over the last, you know, 3 months or so. You know, the high coming in at $35, $34.09, currently trading at $19.59. We do have trend still. Price just below our 40-day stop. However, we just lost trigger. Volume tapering down. MACD down. Nope, definitely. Do you think SoFi will dump a lot of their huge ARM stock holdings? P.S. Great job today. I don't know if SoFi would dump a lot of their ARM holdings, to be honest with you. I know SoftBank. Wait, hold on. Are you getting SoFi and SoftBank confused, Bill? Does SoFi own some of ARM? I don't know that. I can't speak on something I don't own. But as far as SoftBank, you know, their exercise was on March 12th, and it didn't seem like there was too much selling pressure. And I think I did a short. One of the CEOs, son, you know, somewhere in the family lineage of SoftBank, one of the higher ups want to actually keep ARM because they want to have a strong AI portfolio. So I don't see that happening. Maybe not. Yeah, I think it's SoftBank, Bill, not SoFi. But SoftBank, yeah, they have like a personal interest in having AI in their portfolio. So I don't see them selling it too much. And yeah, I think it was March 12th. I just did a video on it last week. And ARM wasn't feeling a lot of selling pressure. I mean, I get what you're saying, though, because, I mean, the stock's been up quite a bit. Janice, how is your shoulder? Well, the shoulder is still hurting. I went to the doctor's late last week. I got a bulge disc in my neck. I got to do an MRI on my shoulder here in a couple weeks. Start physical therapy. If no one notices, I was in a skiing accident about a week and a half ago. That's why I'm a little tight here. But yeah, no, so everything's going good there. You know, I'm just glad it could have definitely been worse. Now let's go out of here. Let's see what the market's doing. Let's go back to the major indices here. Quick Oh, not quick test. Why? Oh, that's why. I got really stop right. All right, here's the cues today. All right, so there's the gap up this morning here. Let's do a freehand line. You know, I know everyone's all excited about the NVIDIA event, but there's the gap up. Looks like we might be trying to fade the gap here on the cues. You see that this morning. That is not a good sign. Looks like some of that momentum from the NVIDIA show might be waning off, and more fears as far as the Federal Reserve statements come Wednesday in their interest rate decision. That is not a good sign. Yep, definitely big. Look at that big drop there. We're seeing that. We went to this right in time here. You know, staying above this level the entire day except for now. So let's take a look at the other major indices here. SPY, same thing. Yep, we're starting to get into that gap range. Dow Jones, oh, well above it. They're good. Yep, I definitely think the Fed's going to make everybody nervous here. The Russell, let's go back here. Dropping over the last few minutes. Here's the VectorVest composite. As I said, the VectorVest composite did want to found a level support here. I don't know what's going on in the last few minutes here, but it's definitely causing the market to go down over the last few candlesticks. We see the VectorVest composite coming in at 65.31, getting close to taking out this prior swing low here. Let's go to the home page, see if any news is coming across. NASDAQ soars to lead stocks higher as AI hope. 7 stocks. No. Oh, here's one. Don't start putting new money in the market now. I can agree with that. You're buying at a pretty high level right now. If we take a look at the color guard here, we still have 3 yellow lights across the board. That's my biggest concern right now. The primary wave is down, has been since March 14th. You know, sometimes we get like a little flash, last like a day or two, but now this is the 3rd consecutive day of a primary wave down signal to be given. MTI also dropped lower from the prior week and the lower from the prior day. 2 out of 3 of our market timing indicators are below 1 right now in unfavorable territory. Trending higher than they were yesterday, so we don't see red lights here. Is Tesla a bottom fish now? Oh, yes, that's right. We got to look at Tesla. What time is it? 12:52. Yeah, let's take a look at Tesla because that could be a bottom fishing opportunity here. Thank you for reminding me about that, Jazz. But be careful if you're in tech right now or in the Qs because you saw us just entering that gap fade. Let's see here. And Jazz, you got to get a new picture, bud. Is that you for real? Is that you for real, Jazz? Are you like a personal trainer? Any thoughts on uranium? I haven't really looked at uranium. See, Tesla, is it URA? Global X uranium. All right, that's going to be the last 2 things we look at here. We got Tesla. No, we're not going to intraday. Let's go 6 month. Whew. Tesla, a rough day. So you see the low coming here at 160. Looks like a doji candlestick here. Am I the only one seeing that? Looks like a doji. Let's go to 1 month. Oh, not quite a doji. It's got a little bit of a body on there. But today we are getting some follow through the upside here. I don't know. It might be too early to be bottom fishing. We don't have trend. We don't have trigger. MACD's not in our favor. Histogram bars, no. I'd like to see it get at least back above 181 to give us confirmation to the upside. But, you know, one news article that they raised the price of one of their cars, you know, is that enough to really turn around all the problems that Tesla's facing right now? Time will tell. But I'm not going to jump into the bait trap quite yet. I'd like to see a little bit more confirmation. If I was going to open up a position here, probably open up a small position. You know, tiptoe into Tesla for the long term. See here, any martial art training? No. Oh, Jazz. Does Jazz do any martial art training? Years ago, okay. But yeah, as far as Tesla here, let's go back out to 1 year chart. I'm wondering if these connect. Oh, those actually do connect. That's your bottom trend line right there. It did touch it. So yeah, I'd like to see at least break above this 181 level before I get excited. If I was going to tiptoe into position, now wouldn't be the worst time. You know, just put a stop. But definitely my stop's going to be right around that 160 part, because if we hit a new low, you know, who knows how far we can go down. I think we only value the company. Let's see here, price. Let's go to value. Yeah, we value Tesla at $66 right now. Wow, that has dropped off, because I remember when value was up here. Yeah, 140. Whew, we only value Tesla at $66 right now. So just be careful if you think you're getting a good deal on Tesla just because it's 172. Just be careful, because we're only valuing at 66 right now. So again, just be careful. But as far as bottom fishing on it right now, I'm not too excited. Not too excited. XOM, that's Chevron, I believe. Yeah, or Exxon. Sorry, not Chevron. Oil's looking good. See, uranium's looking good. You know, if you're not in it right now, I'd wait for a break above this 29 level here, right at that resistance level. You see it pretty tight training range. Wait for a breakout either way. But we've got trend. We don't have trigger yet. MACD we just lost. So yeah, just be careful with uranium. You know, if you're not in it right now, don't rush. Wait for a breakout to either side. Get some direction. Here's ExxonMobil. Look at that ExxonMobil. Nice run the past few days. Like I said, Brent just hit 85. It's above $85 a barrel right now. We've got trigger. Trend looks like it's on the way. Maybe just a few trading sessions away. We see the blue line converging closer to that red line there. Oh, wait. No. Oh. All right. So, yeah, we do have trend. Sorry, blue line is above. Red lines. Yeah, we've got trend, got trigger. Looks good. Just hit a high today. Where's the resistance coming in? No resistance in sight here. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Heck yeah, I like it. Someone says MSTR is tanking. Let's go back there. MicroStrategy. Whew. Yep, there it is. 1488. Remember I said it's taking a big hit today. Let's see here. Great hour of info. Appreciate you. Joey might beat you at golf today since your show. Yeah, Joey might just beat me at golf. That's for sure. But yeah, hey, I'm glad I was able to fill in for Glenn today. My first time ever doing a Monday live stream. Hopefully I gave you guys some good insight. Spent a lot of time, you know, looking at the articles. Like I said, a lot of the big news right now is around the Magnificent Seven. The NVIDIA event, Tesla, you know, again, you know, raising the price of their cars. But Federal Reserve speaks Wednesday. Interest rate decisions is Wednesday. A lot of big things is happening Wednesday. Jerome Powell. So, you know, if anyone can ruin a good time in the market, it's Jerome Powell. So just be careful. You know, keep your stops in place, protect profits, and I'll see you guys Wednesday, okay, with Glenn. Glenn will be back tomorrow. You guys have a good day. Bye.